welcome. It's always exciting to me to meet some new teachers that I haven't met before. As a former retired person now, I'm currently retired and was a former teacher. It's nice to meet you, and we'll get right into finding out how exciting things can be for you. Let's start with Gary Fox.
Thank you. I'm Gary Fox. I teach at the Renton High School. I'm a special education teacher, department head, and also co-teach in Algebra 1 and geometry. What I enjoy most about the job is the students. I love the students. I love the kids. Our staff is amazing. Our administration keeps us on our toes, like they're supposed to do. But mainly, it's the children I love. I love teaching the kids. I've always, that's been my biggest part of my career, is the children. The most challenging part right now is really getting the students back being engaged. We kind of lost a little bit during the COVID years. They seem to be disengaged, more on their phones, more on their tablets, and getting their attention is the main priority. Getting back to where we need them to be. How would I spend that money? I mean, classroom supplies is always in demand. I mean, I can buy like $250 worth of pencils and they'd probably be gone in a week or two, but that's what I'll probably use it on. Pencils, graph paper, math supplies. Yeah. I want to thank the Rotary for allowing me this opportunity. Nancy, thank you very much. It was a surprise. I mean, you work, but you never expect to be applauded for what you do. I just do what I do because I love it. Like every other teacher here, they just do it because it's what they love. And I want to thank my administrator, Dr. San Martin, for this opportunity also. Thank you.
That's the reason I don't mute myself, because I forget. Let's go directly to Abby. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Abby, or Abigail, and I'm at Benson Hill. I've been in the district for my entire 6 years of teaching, and I've moved around grades and buildings a lot. So I've taught kindergarten, first grade. I was in second grade for a little bit. Then last year, I also taught PE, elementary PE, and that was really fun. But this year, I'm back at Benson Hill, and I'm teaching first grade, and it's, out of all the things that I've taught, it's my favorite place to be. Similar to Gary, my favorite thing about teaching is the community aspect. So I love building relationships with my students. I love being able to see the community that's built in my class. And then with that, being able to connect with parents who are in my class currently, but then also seeing them grow up and being able to connect with their families as they move forward through our school. I also enjoy, building relationships with my staff and colleagues. I'm a big community person, and relationships are very important to me. And so I'm just really thankful to be in a building where it's cultivated, and I'm encouraged to reach out to those in my building and to our families, because they contribute to our learning as well. Something that's hard with the job, I think, being an primary teacher, is just the behaviors that we get. It's taught me a lot of strategies to use. It's taught me to be patient. It's also taught me to always being open to learn new things, and to, again, reach out to my community if I need help. And thankfully, I've always gotten the support I needed. I have not thought about much about how to use the money yet, but I think if I could use some of it, my students love when we do read alouds together. So maybe buying a few books or two that supports their interest. So they love learning about different cultures, different countries, historical figures that they don't know about yet and want to learn more about. And they enjoy when we do it in read aloud, and then they like to learn more about it in their own time as well. And I just want to say thank you to Rotary for this opportunity. Kind of like Gary also, it was a really cool surprise. And I remember how my administrator, Jeffrey, just came into my class and he's like, "Congratulations." And I was like, "For what?" And it was really fun because he said it in front of my class. And then when he left, the kids in my class were like, "She heard." So it was a really fun thing to celebrate together. So thank you, Rotary, and to Jeffrey for this.
That's great. Jeff, can you tell us some more?
I'm very excited that Abby won this award. It's very well deserved. And new this year, we actually opened up our nominating process to our community. And so we families had the opportunity to make nominations too. And then we went through a process of staff voting for those nominations. And Abby was nominated by one of her students' parents. And then staff voted and she got the award, and it is very well deserved. And I've been here for a little over a year now. And I've really enjoyed getting to know her as an educator, both as a PE teacher and as a first grade teacher. And I remember that she was a little bit like hesitant to go back into the classroom. And it's just been such a successful year. And I really enjoyed seeing her grow in that regard. And as she mentioned, one of her biggest strengths is just her ability to create relationships as the foundation of everything that she does. And her students absolutely, you know, in her classroom have a community that they can be connected to and have their learning supported and feel successful. And so definitely congratulations, Abby, on this.
I think that's a great process. Good for you. Every school does it slightly differently, and I think you've got it nailed down. Thank you so much. Let's move to Andy Alforce.
Hello there. I am Andy Alforce, and I teach at Hazelwood. I have been in third grade here since 2016, so quite a while. And I've taught all over the place, from the Peace Corps to a school, character education school in Bath, Maine, and K through 6 in the Highline District, like Washington. And this is the longest I've been in a place, and I love this school. I absolutely love it. And the spirit that our new admin have brought is really what I'm enjoying most this year about the job. There's so much, my whole heart is to be student centered. And I'm very interested in student leadership and student voice. And our new admin have just built such a beautiful team. I mean, you can see artwork that's created by the kids, like the entire school, really cool projects. Like we had a big dragon for Lunar New Year. And it's just been very beautiful. So like the school itself is more beautiful, but also like the team and the spirit. It's been awesome this year. So and the kids like Abby and Gary too. I mean, the kids are they're my why that I'm here, you know, and the families. And I love to support, and I love to be very creative and figure out like the different ways. And I guess this goes into the challenge, because that's what I love about the job, are the kids. But the challenge really, I think the whole time that I've been teaching, is really differentiating the different needs in the classroom. You know, the classrooms are very diverse, and there's just a lot of, you know, I think of every kid as a whole child. And so it's very, to be creative, to make the kinds of lessons where you can reach everyone in the classroom when it's just you in the classroom. So that's the challenge, but it's also like the inspiring part. And it's like the part where you have to be clever, and you have to, you know, figure out what you're going to do and how you're going to communicate and all those kind of things. And it's just been awesome to be supported by Brenda and Lauren this year. Like, I feel like I've been growing, and it's just been really cool. So that's the challenge, but also something I love. The supplies, for sure, I would use it partially with my student leadership, because we have a team that's working with King County with their Green Schools program, and they're in level 1, and we use a lot of supplies to make posters. They have to do a lot of education for level 1. So we do need supplies for that. That's grades 3 through 5. It's a student leadership club that I lead with another teacher. So definitely I would use the grant money for that. And then in my own classroom, nonfiction, we could use some nonfiction science, social studies, different things that I would like the kids to actually help me pick out, because that's the part of our library that needs building the most. So that's definitely where I would use it. And I would like to thank the Rotary, and I'd like to, it's wonderful. Thank you so much. I was, Brenda and Lauren announced this during the staff meeting, and I had no idea. Like, I have not been more shocked. I was just jaw dropped. I was like, what? So it was really fun. It was really great. It was such a good feeling. I felt very, very loved and supported. So thank you, Brenda and Lauren, for that. And thank you, Rotary.
That's wonderful. Now, Brenda, it's your turn.
I'm really excited to share more about Andy. So I have a little background. So Andy, in a very small way, was a teacher to one of my children. She taught literacy for him. So since years ago when he was here, he had the experience of being able to be taught by her. And the way that he spoke about her was just so huge admiration, which like just told me so much about the kind of teacher that she is. And when I had the opportunity to join Hazelwood now as the principal and knew that Andy was here, I just remember that part about my son coming home and glowing that he had an opportunity to be taught by Miss Alforce. And it's been like now I get to experience it firsthand and seeing her and just the unique and fun aura that she brings to the community makes every child that goes into her classroom just able to be themselves. And I think that's something that doesn't come easy to everybody, where a child can trust and be in a classroom where they can learn and also be able to be respected for who they are. And when you walk into her classroom, you can really see how comfortable the students are. And it's funny that she speaks to differentiation, because I feel like I've not seen a teacher that does it as eloquently as she does it. So I'm just so impressed by Andy every single day. And I would say the biggest drive as to why Lauren and I were like, we have to highlight this teacher this year is because Annie really is truly a distinguished teacher in our eyes, but even then she shows up to work every day with a growth mindset. And every training that we've had this year, and you can even see right behind her board, she writes down the learning targets and success criteria. You see things that she does, she takes in and applies it, and it's evident like day one, the next day. And it just shows how she, you would think that we get to a point where we can't grow anymore, but she is like the true representation of like, that's not true. Even as adults, we're going to keep growing. And we love that about Andy, and she inspires us every day. So we're excited that you got this, because you should be highlighted and emphasized every day. So thank you for letting me speak about her. We're excited.
You're all very exciting people. I love it. It makes my job so easy because you really, really care and respect each other as educators. And that's what we're looking for. Thank you so much for all that you do.